gone from Alter Ego, because that Cho is going to be a really big important where Valir would be going into the side. But let's see, okay, pick for them to actually make the plays that they want to make.
And now game one in this best of three series between Alter Ego and Evos Legends is about to begin. Now, you mentioned it earlier.
Oh, not a tank Cho, sorry.
You mentioned it early on. Cho is the I guess the primary playmaker here for the side of Alter Ego. That's something we have to look forward to compared to what Evos Legends has. They have a lot of playmaking capabilities, especially with the Khalid, especially with Luminaire on that Valir, and as well as that Yu Zhong. A lot of CCs.
Yeah, and you see here Leo Murphy just doing what he has to do to disrupt the flow of the jungling for Evos Indonesia. Evos Legends, considering how they're also going for an invade here, Nomad.
Yeah, LJ low on HP. Murphy over in the brush. Might just survive. LJ forced back. Just a smidgen of health left for him, but we're not going to be seeing any first bloods just yet.
Yeah, and this is the classic 1-3-1 as we're actually seeing the Selly Boy Claude not going into the gold lane, that's going into the jungle. So you're going to have a 1-3-1 escortation with the Ahmad Cho going off into the side where Yuzong is into the bottom lane in the XP lane, and then it's going to be the Angelo versus Tom's fighting it out into the gold.
Yeah, I like how...
Oh, no, sorry, I flipped that.
I like how... there's the first blood. I like how they actually lane the Yuzong against the Cho. More often than not, Yu Zhong is going to come out on top of that fight as LJ tries to deter Celeboy from securing his orange buff for himself.
Yeah, and now as we see here, both teams just trying to feel it out, but Alter Ego already opening it up. So Alter Ego are going to be looking to apply the pressure just a little bit more in another lane, knowing that they have a small advantage here with 65 seconds away from the turtle. They might look to make another play here, but they have to be careful. Evos Legends might just sacrifice the turtle to go for a turret push in another lane.
Yep, if we're just going to be playing it chill, says Alter Ego. Don't want to give away any other easy kills there as LJ gets spotted out in the brush. Chooses to keep fighting. LJ forced back here, forces out the blazing duet from Celeboy. But here comes one. Here comes Angela going for the heart guard. Assists galore for Evos Indonesia.
We're not going to sacrifice a turtle for a turret. We're going to try to get a good position in the turtle here as Evos Legends responds with the second kill of the game. So now because of when that kill happened, Evos Legends has a small lead here, actually teeter-tottering between Alter Ego and Evos Legends. So that's going to be the story we're going to be seeing up until someone gets another, potentially an objective steal or a kill. But as we're seeing, the classic Indonesia playstyle where you have the laners just holding down lane because they want to give as much room for the junglers as much as possible. And in the bottom, Ahmad spots out damage.
Yeah, Ahmad might have bitten more than he can chew, but Leo Murphy is in the side brush over the top, manages to survive with the Shunpo and the Jeet Kune Do.
Yeah, no. So no one is going to be going for that turtle just yet. They want to win a lane, potentially get a deeper push into the mid or the top. As we're seeing, Evos Legends making a big move here. Luminaire already popped really low, trying to get away. Juan going really low as well. That's going to be the carry for Evos Legends. Gone. One down already. Making it 1-for-1, 2-for-1. Alter Ego are in the lead. LJ with a hard guard on him, trying to get away. Ahmad, Leo Murphy, and Pai going for the chase. Evos Legends might have just played a really wrong card there, played a wrong hand as Alter Ego now secure for the first turtle of the game.
And that was a bit of a wrong fight for Evos. They could have disengaged themselves and tried to minimize the losses for themselves. I mean, yeah, it was only a 1 or 2, so only at least 1 hits for the side of Evos, but at the end of that fight, they managed to secure the turtle, and that might potentially be a turret as a trade as the bottom lane. Anti-Mage and Leo Murphy gets joined up by Luminaire. It's a 2-for-1 gank here. Ahmad, low on HP, manages to survive.
And now Alter Ego, they don't really need to make that much big of a play as they have a small lead already here. They can just continue doing what they're doing, which is continue just shoving the waves a little bit, control the waves in each lane here, continue to give Celeboy a little bit more room. He already has 1 death under his bag, so if they start to decide to force more fights here, that could be really detrimental to what they want to achieve. just continue shoving the lanes, give Selly Boy a little bit more time. That's what we know what marksmen need, what marksman carry need.
Meanwhile, top lane, Angela's down. This is an opening for Alter Ego to really start forcing fights. Angela, no heart guard available for themselves as the Tempest Ablaze on the bottom lane, gonna try to secure the kill, but that is currently a 1-for-1 trade. Anti-Mage low on HP, Selly Boy with a Blazing Duet gets cancelled out. BMI's out of there, but here comes Udil in the back lines, pushes everybody to low HP. Lumi in there, goes down. Anti-Mage will be able to escape that fight.
Oh, Udil almost catching out Anti-Mage there, but Anti-Mage was able to recall away. Great rotation coming in from Udil, seeing that, okay, I might have gone a little bit too late, but at least I could get something out of it. Alter Ego now have broken the first turret of the game. Leo Murphy's just standing there. I don't know if he's just trying to bait out Rekt or he's just really confident. You're not gonna take me down. I'm just gonna run to a shrub and heal up.
Yeah, just hit me with your best shot. This is the way the song goes. As mid lane, Evos looking for a retribution of the fight earlier on. LJ already committed the Raging Sandstorm, not finding anybody out there. 3 versus 2 in the mid lane for the Turtle. Murphy trying to zone everybody out here. Pai secures a crab goal for himself. And they're doing a good job in zoning out Evos here.
I am starting to believe that Leo Murphy may be Filipino or have a bit of Filipino blood in him, because that's what we love to do here, just recalling in your face. But LG just taking a lot of damage in his face right now.
Selly Boy just stealing away the attack speed from LJ. Here comes the Black Dragon form, catching Leo Murphy. Leo Murphy not going to be able to escape form now. Flickers out. Anti-Mage goes in with a Tempest of Blades. Not fitting any... comes in with a Heart Guard onto Wan, who goes for the Tempest of Blades, as they start pushing over the bottom side, potentially securing this turret as well.
Now that play by Evos Legends was a bit of a panic play, something that, okay, we need to make something happen already. Alter Ego are starting to run away from us, and it was able to work. Good thought to put in the Heart Guard onto the Yuzong. Usually you'd wait for the Ling to come in, put the Heart Guard on there so that it's extra damage, but in that situation, they needed results at that moment. So good job there for Rekt going onto Anti-Mage with a Heart Guard.
Let's look at the bigger picture here. Alter Ego manages to secure 2 turrets, or potentially 3 over at the bottom lane, as there is a bit of a scuffle there for the turret control. And securing all the tier 1 turrets really manages to open up the map as a fight breaks out in the bottom lane. There goes the Tempest of Blaze earlier on. Leo Murphy low on HP, gets forced back by the Searing Torrent. Pai and Leo Murphy wants to go for the kill. Udil in the back lines will be able to take down Luminaire as off screen. Another one goes down. Another one bites the dust. Alter Ego secures the turret, secures 4 kills, just the Ling left alive, and they are pushing on over towards the top side of things.
And you're seeing what Alter Ego love to do and what they were known really well for MPL Indonesia Season 6, their mid to side approach to playing the game. They have a strong tandem in Leo Murphy and Udil, and they have strong side laners as well. Their mid, you know, they are going to be able to lock that down. They're going to be able to rotate, while Udil may come in late, but, you know, a wizard is never late. He always arrives when expected. That's what Udil has been this entire game. 3-1-3 as the cleanup crew for Alter Ego. But as we reach this point, Alter Ego are just amping up the aggression, knowing that they have a 4-turret lead over Evos Legends, as there's another kill from Ahmad now. 3-0-1 with Hydra, taking out Rekt's Angela.
And that has been the story here for Alter Ego so far this entire game. Securing the kill onto Rekt really stops Evos ID from really going for big team fights. As I say that, big team fights are happening right now. 1-for-1 trade over the topside jungle. Anti-Mage is going to go down. Selly Boy committed the Blazing Duet there. As over the back end side of things, Ling Wan just trying to get a little bit of the minions as the mid lane is being threatened out here. Raging Sandstorm committed. Rekt gets wrecked himself. LJ, no means of escape. 1-1 rejoins. Tempest of Blades knocks Pai up, but still not a lot of HP left alive for Evos.
And the double core setup for Alter Ego is working like an absolute dream right now. Selly Boy, after getting taken out early in the game, really was just not disrupted at all by Evos Legends. They were able to get another kill onto him, but it didn't disrupt his farm. He was just able to farm up. The space being created by Ahmad, continuing to split push, and just opened up the map so much for Selly Boy that a lot of the time it was just 4 versus 5, or it was a 4-man rotation coming in from Alter Ego, and Selly Boy was just enjoying his time. Now at this point, with this deficit that we have here, Evos Legends really have to play this carefully, because I don't see them winning a team fight that Alter Ego starts off like this. Juan taking so much damage. Tempest of Blades already getting committed here. Juan has to get away as LJ is just eating up the damage that Leo Murphy and Selly Boy can throw. BMI in, or actually he just goes in right now with that forward blink as Selly Boy. Look at how far back Evos Legends has to go back. Powerful Order Brilliance committed already. I wonder how many sacks Selly Boy has. He could go in here with a Blazing Duet, but he does not. Leo Murphy, 3, 1, and 3 right now. Picking up that Oracle. He has been a thorn in the side of Evos Legends. They cannot seem to take him down, but they get to take down that time. But here comes the damage. The Blazing Duet. Oh no, that's a big miscalculation coming in from Alter Ego. They thought that they had a big wombo combo coming in, but Evos Legends positions themselves well enough and were able to get the stun well enough to stop this Alter Ego Tide coming in. And look at the Tide already crashing onto the base a little bit. Evos Legends can breathe a little bit easier right now, but I feel like that was just a little mistake with not that many consequences for Alter Ego.
1 turret down on the side of Evos Indonesia. Alter Ego took down 9 all turrets. It's a matter of the macro game here for Alter Ego. They go for fights. They make sure that Evos does not group together as a 5-man squad. They always force out fights whenever there's a straggler caught up in the top lane or in the mid lane, while they just secure objectives left and right. They secured all the turtles themselves. Lord might potentially be the next one in line for Alter Ego. And we have yet to see what the development is going to be for Evos here in this fight.
And Alter Ego just played this game so well, pressuring Rekt early on, knowing that that seems to be the weakest side that Evos Legends has, so let's just do our best to disrupt that. They were even able to disrupt the mid of Luminaire, so this is how we find ourselves now. Rekt, even though with the hard guard onto whoever, won't be able to do as much damage as he wants. Again, he lost lane control to the Cho, who, because knowing of the fact that Angela from time to time will use the hard guard to go into another part of the map, Cho really just did his job here. Ahmad just said, you know, I'm going to focus on lane and pushing, and that's how we're going to win this.
Yeah, as Udil falls down, Juan finally showing a little bit of damage after picking up the Demon Hunter sword for himself earlier on. But he is going to play it safe. Lord is very crucial here for Evos. At the same time, they need to have somebody with good wave clear to defend the base, not the vase. As Hilda and Cho are leaning towards pushing the top side of things over the top lane.
And this is an Ahmad with a lot of physical and armor pen right now. So the front line of Evos Legends actually cannot... How do I say this? They can't underestimate the damage that Cho can bring out.
They catch Ahmad, but Cho managed to survive. They're committing a lot of resources here, but they managed to take him out. Murphy might get caught. He does get caught, force the flicker out himself. And they're committing a lot of bodies here just to take down 2 members on the side of Alter Ego. But that's all said and done. It's Selly Boy starting up the Lord, but they're forced to fall back because it is a 5v3 fight.
Now, Alter Ego could have responded there and just potentially end the game and mess up Evos Legends for going all out on Leo Murphy, but the small adjustment of LJ going into the mid lane to clear waves and to honestly just show himself stopped Alter Ego from going into the response, or for going to response and help out Leo Murphy, and that's how Evos Legends was able to go out with the kill and potentially not losing their lives.
Yeah, endless battle. Queen's Wings, Demon Hunter sword here for Ling, slowly but surely becoming a threat himself. But we have yet to see if the Lord's going to be secured. Pi in the back line is going to try to steal this away from them, but it's going to be secured by Evos as the Searing Torrent does catch 2. Here comes the hard guard onto Anti-Mage. Tempest of Blades once again committed. HPs are low. Bodies are hitting the floor. Evos forced back even though they secured the Lord. Alter Ego looks like they want to end this right here, right now, but not a lot of tankiness left for the Alter Ego squad.
Now, good job there for Leo Murphy spotting out the possibility that Juan would have gone for Selly Boy. He already saw the Ling flying away. It seems like Leo Murphy was just like inches away from continuing to push forward. As we look at the highlights here, great Lord take by Evos Legends. Once again, the Heart Guard onto the Anti-Mage Yu Zhong. Ahmad here, Selly Boy untouched, was not able to get a full Blazing Duet as much as he wanted here, but the little play I was talking about actually didn't get shown there. No love for the tanks, but that was just played really well well by Alter Ego and Evos Legends.
Yeah, and slowly but surely, Evos is climbing back. Ling Wan is pushing on towards the bottom lane. Secures finally the tier 1 turret over the bottom lane. And they're adding a lot of pressure over the side of Alter Ego. This is what Evos wants to do. They don't want them to go past the river. They want all the lanes to be colored in red.
And now for Alter Ego, it is easy to think that you'd want to commit a little bit more bodies towards one lane, but they decide to go for the full lane defense, knowing that the control that they worked so hard for here and that they still have up until Evos Legends breaks a third tower. They cannot give that up, so they decide to say, you know what, let's just make sure all our lanes are still covered. And no one's in a bad position here.
Yeah, over at the top lane, they were eyeing out LJ. They actually managed to take down Wreck there. One low on HP, 1 HP in a dream. The Searing Torrents keeps him in bay. At bay, I mean, Celeboy in the back lanes looking for one. But is that really necessary?
Oh.
He's going to pay the price for that. Black Dragon form to deter any further kills onto one. Leo Murphy and Luminaire doing their job, keeping one alive.
LJ forced to defend, couldn't help them there, but Evos Legends comes out with a pretty considerable win, actually. Able to take it down Ahmad and Celeboy. Alter Ego couldn't go in there for the punishing. Now, as we're extending towards the game, Rekt is getting a bit more items, and the frontliners of Evos Legends are getting a little bit tankier. So now Alter Ego is starting to show that, yeah, we're sort of having a hard time here. Their front line is just really strong. Although they do have a good front line themselves, the extra sustain coming in from the Angela is finally making itself felt, or I think for the past few engages has been making itself felt, and that could be the X factor here for Evos Legends to win this game. But don't forget, they have no towers left.
Yeah, and I like how Alter Ego wants to secure a kill onto that Angela before they even bother going for a fight against Evos. We saw that earlier on in the top in the river while the bottom lane was being pushed out by the rest of Evos. There was a running Angela in the river. Hilda saw that opportunity. I'm gonna gank you. I'm gonna make sure you go back to your base, and go back to your base did happen. But Evos managed to outlive that entire clash.
Looking at the positioning right now, though, if Alter Ego pushes a little bit forward, closer into the... Or if Evos Legends pushes a little bit closer into the jungle side of Alter Ego, this could be really bad, but it evens out. So it's a reset for both teams. However, Leo Murphy I get caught out here. And what I like about the positioning of Evos Legends right now is the positioning of Rekt. Seeing that he's starting to feel the importance that he has in this lineup, in this matchup. He's placing himself so far back. Well, of course, knowing that he can just go in with the Heart Guard. So good on Rekt, deciding to just help shove out the lanes a little bit if it gets pushed a little bit too close to the side of Evos Legends, knowing that he'll be able to respond fast enough if there is a team fight.
5 seconds left before the Lord comes up. Yeah, I counted wrong. I mean,
that was a fast count.
I mean that's the reason why we're shoutcasters and not math professors. But yeah, the Lord, the Lord is up. Is another crucial objective here that AE wants. Alter Ego wants this. They don't want to give it to Evos. The moment that Evos secures the Lord, it's at least an inhibitor turret or two for themselves.
Alter Ego, they know that they have a lot of damage and they just want a good setup here and make Evos Legends force Evos Legends to make a mistake here. Celeboy though, oh, you gotta be careful, Celeboy. I don't know, he has a BM. He'll be able to get away from that. So when looking at the damage, Alter Ego, they have the Lunox, they have the Claude, they have enough tools to burn down the inherent sustainability and tankiness of the Evos Legends squad. But with the Heart Guard in effect here, that could be what saves the game for Evos Legends, considering that in terms of damage output, really, compared to what Alter Ego has, it's not even close.
Yeah, Lord finally being started out by Evos. Alter Ego wants to try to seal this away. Leo Murphy moving all across to the back lines. This will try to divert the attention, but Evos ID, air turning around. Tempest of Blades, committed, catches two, goes for the Order of Brilliance, not dishing out a lot of damage, as well as the Blazing Duet catches a lot. HPs are low. Leo Murphy, all the immortalities are being popped right now in this team fight. And Luminaire is low, being chased down. Searing Torrents, not enough. BMI's out of there. Rex takes down the Thumbs. Rex gets singled down by Celeboy.
He still has immortality.
He still has immortality. One goes down. Udil takes down Wan. And now the Lord is reset. Evos needs to reset because Cho is knocking on the door. Ahmad wants to end this himself. Yu Zhong will be challenging him for that position. Luminaire pushing back Leo Murphy, and he needs to back off himself. But this is a 4-4-2 fight, potentially wanting to end this. Ultra Ego just focusing on minions, blazing the wedge just to clear out the minion waves themselves.
No, he gets stunned!
And he gets stunned. He gets to BMI out of there, manages to stay safe. Anti-Mage will help out in clearing the waves, and Evos manages to defend this.
I feel like I just felt Selly Boy breathe the biggest sigh of relief in his entire life all the way from Indonesia, because, dude, he really was just one hit away from going down. Even a minion hit could have taken him down at that moment, but just was quick enough to hit that BMI, to go all the way back to mid lane outside of the base of Evos Legends. Keep the dream alive here for Alter Ego. Now, this just goes to show, because of the lead that Alter Ego has, how much work Evos Legends need to do just to potentially win this game, because Alter Ego can definitely make Evos Legends pay if they cannot take down Selly Boy fast enough. Yes, they were able to take down the rest of Alter Ego, but if Selly Boy is alive, look at him. He's just soloing the Lord. Udil's just honestly just poking it just to expedite the process. Selly Boy, that needs to be priority target number 1 for Evos Legends right now.
And the Lord will march on over towards the mid lane. And Evos, because of that Lord take by Alter Ego, might just be at the brink of losing this, depending on if Evos manages to push all the lanes towards the side of Alter Ego. Paint the town red, that's what they want to do. But they have been read like a book by Alter Ego. They're positioning themselves all throughout the map just to cut the waves from coming in.
Yeah, and to make sure that the waves aren't delayed any more than they have to. This is going to be a big play for Evos Legends, and actually a big scramble for them because of how much presence there is around the map for Alter Ego. Evos Legends play this wrong, game over, play this right, potentially win the game for themselves and make a comeback.
Potentially win. Murphy doing what they can to push everybody away from the Lord. Lord is very crucial in this potential and game-winning moment. Pushing
all the waves are crashing in.
Yeah, all the waves are crashing in. Evos, they don't have good wave clear here for themselves. They're gonna have to push everybody back. Luminaire already have HP 1, gets a brunt of the damage from the Lord. Ahmad forced to go and use the G Kundo. The Lord is already knocking on the door, and game number 1 is gonna go to Alter Ego.
He was able to dish out against Evos ID. Anti-Mage actually was always trying to defend on the side of Evos Indonesia because they know they can't let this show just get the side lane pressure without any pressure or answer. But the story of this game is that one on the lane underperformed quite a bit. So let's not sugarcoat this. The storyline here, Evos ID definitely lost in terms of the marksman or the funnel battle.
Farsa, that locks down. Oh, that's a good presence here for Udil. So, okay. A lot of possibilities here. We're just waiting for the reshuffling to see where they're going to be going. It seems like Udil is going to be going that far. So Ahmad, is he going to be the one to play this Harith here, putting him in the side, or potentially...
They just secure the turrets. Focus on objectives. Wait for Brody to go online. Harith just dishes out and roams all across. That's the game plan I'm seeing here as we go into game number 2 in this best of 3 series. Alter Ego 1 game away from moving on forward and potentially face off against RRQ in the finals.
Oh,
not yet. As the top lane, big scuffle there, reflected over at the bottom side of things.
So Ahmad is going to be rocking that Harith in the side, putting the Brody rotating around, yeah, with that Retribution. Leo Murphy's going to be playing a Tank Cho this time around. And look at how deep Rekt is actually cutting that lane to make sure that it just keeps pushed forward. But Luminaire already taking a lot of damage and gets taken out. First blood, right roundhouse kick to the face onto Luminaire. Valir goes out.
LJ next in line here. Selly Boy and Leo Murphy will do whatever. Selly Boy gets the tag onto Rekt. Leo Murphy running for his life, being chased down by Rekt here. I'm going to G Kundo out of here. I have no Shunpo. I'm not level 2 just yet. And he finally gets taken out. Gets stunned himself. Gonna go for Udil this time around. Udil gets taken out. And this is a little bit reckless from Alter Ego as Pi might just turn into a piece of pie here for Luminaire after being baked in that scorched earth that Luminaire has been throwing out.
Now, I wanted to say earlier that this fight would be about who is going to be able to protect their buffs and their jungle more. Because, yes, we know that the side laners would want to split push, having the Masha here, having the Benedetta, having that Lapu Lapu, but it seems like both of these lineups are also geared for skirmishes, knowing that, okay, yeah, they're really gonna pressure the jungles here, and it seems like the junglers haven't been able to have a clean jungle rotation because of just how much fights have been going on in the jungle. It's guerrilla warfare right now for both of these two teams.
It's guerrilla warfare. It's anybody's game, basically, at the early game this time around. Evos wants to invade, tried to force out a fight here as Celeboy and Leo Murphy, low on HP. Tempest of Blades takes them all out. Udil next in line, and this is a completely different Evos than what we saw during game number 1. More aggression, more synchronized attacks for both of these members. For Evos, I mean, as another kill gets secured on the side of Evos.
So it's been a really scrappy game so far. No clear rotations, no clear jungle clears for any of the junglers right now. But we're starting to see some remnants of order here as Evos Legends, with that lead that they found, winning that team fight, going for the tower into the bottom lane. Now, because of how scrappy and how messy the start was for both of these sides, and Evos Legends coming out here with the win, Alter Ego are scrambling to find momentum right now. But it's hard to do against a lineup that has a Khalid, a Benedetta, and a Ling. There's just a lot of damage coming on. Masha can continue to split push a side lane, or join in that team fight. Alter Ego gotta breathe easy, start to pressure maybe the side lanes here to force Evos Legends into a rotate, and they're gonna be going for objectives elsewhere in the map. So scrappy so far, and it's just not even 4 minutes into this game.
And it's crucial for Alter Ego to actually start giving a lot of space for Celeboy. Why? It's because Celeboy would be the late game insurance that Alter Ego has here. Ahmad doing a good job on that Harith. Finally securing that Calamity Reaper for himself, 3 minutes 40 into the fight. He will slowly start becoming a nuisance here, especially once he secures the concentrated energy for himself. Ahmad, though, in a 2v1 against Anti-Mage and 1, Zama Force already committed, so Ahmad does not have any form of resets here, but he manages to survive that onslaught of Tempest of Blade, the Synchro Vision, and the turret secures the kill for himself. That was a 2-for-1. That was a 2v1. The micro movements from Ahmad, just next level here.
Again, the Harith. Again, Ahmad, showing why Harith has been a hot pick in the MPL Invitational, and Ahmad just really great micro positioning for him.
And over at the purple side of things, Zaman Force. Let's focus on that later on. Anti-Mage on the chase here. Ahmad is getting a little bit of bloodthirsty there, as there was 2 kills off cam on the side of Evos ID over at the purple buff, overcommitting a lot of members here. Anti-Mage really getting chased out by all the members of Alter Ego.
And that's the fun thing of having a tank Cho in your lineup. That Cho can dive deeper and go for chase, go for chase kills like that way more compared to an assassin Cho or maybe even a fighter Cho. Because of his inherent tankiness that he has with the tank emblems. Of course, Concussive Blast on his end. That was fun to watch. But now, again, the game has slowed down a little bit more. Alter Ego was able to find that momentum. So now, it's all about who gets to rotate better. It's not as scrappy as it was earlier. It's going to be about who gets to rotate where first, who gets to secure an objective first, and who's going to start to get some wins first. As the first turtle of the game already secured there by Evos Legends by 1.
Yeah, and Leo Murphy zoning everybody out, trying to get information. Lumin gonna get caught out in that brush. Gets kicked back into towards Celeboy. Celeboy will manage to survive this so far. LJ, the soaking up of the damage. Goes for the Raging Sandstorm onto Udil. Tempest of Blades follow through. But here comes the Zaman Force from Ahmad. Synchro Fission and Chrono Dashes left and right. Will dish out a lot of damage onto Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage still manages to survive. Dashes at the nick of time.
Good thing is an eye for an eye. Second skill came off cooldown right when he needed to. And right, actually able to position it well enough that the dash at the end of an eye for an eye brings him to the other side of the wall. So Ahmad wasn't able to take it down. Now this has been a problem for Evos Legends. They haven't been able to take down or give Ahmad such a really hard time. Again, they tried, but then Ahmad was able to just survive that 2-on-1 tower dive as we saw earlier. So Evos Legends needs to start pressuring that Harith, because that Harith needs a death on his side, because if they don't get it, man, Evos Legends are going to have a hard time as this side lane Harith is going to turn to a big Harith carry.
Murphy goes for the Jeet Kune Do, catches 2, immediate reaction with the Tempest of Blades, and LJ is going to be in the back lines. The feathered airstrike gets canceled out, completely wrecked, as he falls down immediately as it goes in towards the fight. Now that is a 2-for-2 trade in favor of Evos Indonesia, though. They might start pushing in forward here, this top side.
Great job for Evos Legends being able to take out that Farsa, stun that Farsa right when he was able to pop off that feathered airstrike. Udil going down quick, but then again we saw if they can't get Ahmad, they're going to have big problems. Ahmad was able to just show up, clean up. Yes, he was just able to get 1 kill, but that's 1 more kill to add to the furthering gold lead that this Harith on Ahmad has. Turtle already up.
Yeah, and just to add to that, Ahmad has been showing really good micro on that Harith. Comparatively better than how JP played the Harith earlier on in their series, as the fight is breaking out here at the Turtle Pit. Aether, Alter Ego wants to go for this fight. Zama force, but not a lot of damage there. Evos forced to go back. Alter Ego forcing out the fight, securing the second turtle of the game, will be able to convert this into a turret push, forces out the Tempest of Blade just to clear out the minion wave. Ahmad, low 1 HP, will be able to chrono dash out of there and manages to survive. Murphy, though, looking for a kill potentially, but he is backing off.
Evos Legends are starting to find the momentum to wrest away the control from Alter Ego and starting to creep closer onto their side of the map. But if you look at the good thing about the lineup that Alter Ego has, as Luminaire takes a bunch of damage, able to get away just in the nick of time, even if it's the Farsa forced to go back and rotate and help out the lane that's being split pushed by Amasha, they have the Brody, they have the Harith, they have the Lapu Lapu and the Cho to sustain that 4 versus 5 team fight. As we saw there, Alter Ego has enough tools to survive.
Raging Sandstorm gets stunned out himself. Here comes the Tempest of Blades and the feathered airstrike. Bodies are falling left and right. 1-for-1 trade so far here. Nobody in the advantage as Alter Ego secures the kill onto 1. That is a primary carry out. Wrecked will almost get wrecked. Gets Pi. Pi still manages to survive. Wreck almost takes out Pi himself. Makes it a 2-4-3 trade. Luminaire. And the aggression from Luminaire. The Searing Torrent. Not enough.
Again, trade after trade, but Anti-Mage. Leo Murphy hot on his heels, but no, Leo Murphy able to get away. Now Anti-Mage playing like the all-star pickup that Evos Legends was looking for on that Benedetta with the Festival of Blood 5-0-3 with more items under his back, and that Execute a little bit braver diving under turret and a little bit braver with being able to just sustain some damage before he'll dash out after getting a kill. Anti-Mage could be the big key here for Evos Legends to come back to this, but they also have that Ling, their main carry, supposedly being able to farm up well enough, just picking up the Berserker's Fury there, and then Wreck split pushing the map. Evos Legends have as much as Alter Ego has the right recipe to defend the aggression of Evos Legends has the right recipe to win a fight and to win from there. But as we saw, that Wreck Masha just went down, and Alter Ego looking for what could be a big team fight at the top lane.
Yeah, it's a 4 versus 3 situation over the top side. We're seeing the Farsa slowly rejoin in on the fight, going for the back lines here. Anti-Mage too deep, forced to use the ultimate to just reposition himself, and they finally take down Brody. Kind of an opening here for Evos, but will they be able to convert that into a Lord or a turret push? We have yet to find out, because there goes the Wave of the Dragon onto LJ, gets stunned up himself, and he is going down, no doubt. Luminaire forced back, 1-1, uses the Tempest of Blade, try to escape this series of damage coming in from Alter Ego. Anti-Mage next in line, dives in, really way too much. Wreck absorbs a lot of that damage, and that is going towards the side of Alter Ego. 1-for-2 trade.
And now we're seeing here one of the problems that the Harith Zaman Force poses for one. Yes, he'll be able to go in, maybe get a hit or two, but then Way of the Dragon bursted everything in between, but here comes Anti-Mage with the fight. Electo, final blow, doesn't have an eye for an eye anymore, and he gets taken out as Udil uses wings by wings to get away, but here comes one. Tempest of Blades onto Leo Murphy, takes him out. LJ's there, double kill for the Harith. Look at Ahmad playing like a madman right now. LJ, Quicksand Guard forced away again. up until this point, this Harith has been a problem for Evos Legends. As I was saying earlier, the Zaman Force is such a problem for the Link because the Link doesn't have as much mobility as he would have because of that big slowing field. And all the mobility is right now on this Harith, who has that Evo skin, if I'm not mistaken.
He does, and you might say that Ahmad has been a mad man.
Yeah,
Ahmad.
that's exactly what I said earlier.
A madman, yeah,
Yeah.
Ahmad, yeah. And the dual core setup is working for Alter Ego. Why? Ahmad has been a god on the mage since game number 1. Really gives Selly Boy a lot of space, even though he kind of fed in the early game. Yeah, he managed to trade out a lot of kills, but that's still 4 deaths on the side of that Brody. It's still more than enough for him to catch up on the items, get a lot of space, because Ahmad takes down 1, takes down Luminaire. The primary problems for this Brody.
And I feel like now, though, for Evos Legends, is one of the things that we haven't been feeling as much would be when would Luminaire use that knockback with the Searing Torrent or get that stun. I feel like that's one of the missing pieces here as Juan going one-on-one against Pi as the Lord marches in the mid. This could be big for Alter Ego Nomad.
Could be big. Lord marching in. Feathered Airstrike just to zone everybody out, but they do find LJ. LJ flickers out just in time. Salad Boy with his passive active takes him out, gets the Way of the Dragon onto Luminaire and Alter Ego. They are knocking on the doors of Evos. They potentially will be going up against Genflex Aerowolf here as they are one game closer. And one more game closer.
The heroes, we can look at the Ling and the Brody, either that or the Ling and the Harith. Now, why is the Harith so important against the, in this comparison? Harith is naturally a much stronger funnel over the Ling because he can dash in, dash out on the team fight, and Ling has no natural way of going against that. So Alter Ego already has the advantage when it comes to team fights on the form of the Harith, and add to that the fact that the last remaining control on their side was on Alter Ego, the Cho, which was very crucial as well for Alter Ego.